Oh man, everybody. Oh gosh, it's a Thursday and we got amazing guests tonight here on Sarah Kennedy and Friends. So you got Sarah Kennedy, no problem, but we also got friends, and it's the friends that are the most interesting and amazing part. Tonight we have Camille Theobald and Lydia Manning, but let's go ahead and jump in with our amazing theme song.
Sarah Kennedy. Friends. Sarah and friends.
Yeah. It's Sarah Kennedy and Friends. I am so excited to be here tonight. If you have never seen this show before, I think that the title is fairly self-explanatory. This is a comedy show. It's a talk show. I get to come on here and goofy joke around with all y'all, and then also I get to bring in all my friends, and they get to perform for you, and they get to talk about all the stuff that they've been doing while in quarantine. You may be watching this on any number of channels. It could be on my own Facebook page. It could be on page. I'm not that fancy. My own Facebook profile. The Box's Facebook page. They are that fancy. The Sarah Kennedy and Friends show page. The Box's YouTube. It could also be the Box's Twitch, or possibly the Twitch for SpecScript, which, by the way, we have a great person from SpecScript here tonight. Lydia Manning, as I mentioned before. No matter where you are, there is usually an opportunity for you to do some comments, throw some stuff in the chat. And when you get to do that, I get to show it. Thank you, John Quare. That's so nice. And then, of course, Scotty Max, thanks so much for joining. We got so many people here and such an awesome show. And the more that you guys interact, hey, John. John was on the show a couple months ago. You guys remember that? The more of a fun time that we all get to have together, because my guests are my friends. But you know what? At this point, y'all are my friends too. So thank you so much for being here. You know, I'm not much of a monologue writer, and most talk shows start off with a monologue. And in a lot of weeks, I outsource that stuff straight to Tyler Jackson. Tyler Jackson is working on his video for tomorrow on his own stuff. So you guys, if you're jonesing for that 2-minute news minute, your best bet is to go and follow Tyler on the internet. Also, you should be doing that anyway. He's a genius and so hilarious. But tonight, instead, we're just going to get right into it with our first guest, which you guys is, one of your favorite parts of the whole show is guest. I am super excited, and I don't want to have any more ado before our first guest. She is one of my absolute favorite performers from New York. I'm so excited that we get to have her here on the show. Her album, Douchebag Deterrent, comes out this week. In fact, it comes out tomorrow. So if you enjoy everything that she has here for you tonight, just wait till you listen to her album. So please welcome to the digital stage. I still don't, what is it? Like, welcome to your phone while you're hanging out at home. Welcome to your computer. Some people have figured out how to put it on their TVs, and that blows my mind. But anyway, no matter what, welcome here right now, Camille Theobald.
I love it. Thank you so much. Yes, Douchebag Deterrent comes out tomorrow. iTunes stream. Wait, I almost said StreamYard because I'm looking right at it. But Spotify, all of those things. Anyways, thank you so much for having me. This is so exciting. I come from humble roots. I grew up white trash. Anyone else? Yeah, I get those comments. I grew up white. People tell me that I don't look like I grew up white trash, and that is really nice. Thank you. I'm actually in transition. I'm trans trash. I identify as middle class, but biologically, I'm just lower trash. So That's how it ends up working. I know this because the smell of Camel cigarettes and Budweiser remind me of goodnight kisses from mom. So I think it cuts deep. Okay. Yes, John, I miss you. Oh, we haven't seen each other in so long. Trailer Park Kid. Yeah. I didn't live in a trailer park, but I was right next to one, and my house was really ugly. So I think I'm close. I'm almost there. I had 6 brothers and sisters, and none of us had the same mom and dad combo. So I feel like it counts, everyone. Growing up, my mom was on welfare, and I found out her mom was on welfare. Her mom's mom was also on welfare. So my backup plan has always been, if comedy doesn't work out, join the family business. Yes. So last year I got to do that, kind of unemployment. And a lot of us, I think, did. And so on social media, everybody was like, it's so hard to get accepted because everyone's applying, get ready. Like, I was on the phone for hours. So when I went to go apply, I prepared. I had food. I had all my documents. I was ready to sit on the phone for hours. And then it took me 5 minutes. And all I could think of was, what is wrong with me? Like, what? I was a little offended. Like, were they waiting? Was Uncle Sam just waiting for me? Just like, hey, finally, this is where you belong. Where have you been this whole time? Why have you been working? You should have just been doing math. Because that's the roots, it's in my roots. I'm from Utah. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. I moved to New York City like 12 years ago, and I didn't know that everyone knew how Mormon Utah is. So people would always ask me if I was Mormon, and I got a little offended, okay? Because I'm like, can't you tell by looking at me? Like, can't you tell by this nose ring that I am a sinner, okay? I don't know. It was a little offensive. Okay, so I had to get out. Utah is not the place. Been here 12 years. New York is the best, okay? Because even now, like, even if you live in an apartment alone, you are never truly alone. Okay, you can hear your neighbors through the wall at any given time, and late at night, you're feeling lonely. There are always at least 4 mice ready to Netflix and chill. Okay, get those snuggles where you can. It's you're never alone in New York City. It's the best. I turned 31 last year. I'm officially in my 30s, inside of my 30s, and I'm nervous. Okay. Not because of like being in my 30s, because I hear women in their 30s are constantly aroused, and that sounds fun. But I'm scared because in my family, 30s is when all the genetics come out. Like, my uncle's schizophrenic, my brother's bipolar, and I'm still deciding. Yeah. So, wish me luck. Okay. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Douchebag Deterrent is going to be everywhere. Just Google it. I doubt anyone else named anything Douchebag Deterrent. I highly doubt it.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Camille. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, okay. So here's the deal. I have I do like a real talk show. I have like cards. And normally I'm supposed to do them. I'm not supposed to show that they're postcards, but they are. So I keep everything buried above the line here. Yeah, see, people look at that. People so excited. Check out Douchebag Deterrent. It's gonna be so awesome. That's actually my friend Hannah, and one of my favorite things is we used to go on road trips together and listen to comedy albums.
Oh, nice.
And now you get to be somebody's road trip comedy album.
Yes,
which is that's gonna be so exciting.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
So, okay, I have to. Okay, so I've got questions that I ask almost every guest that comes on here, and we'll get through those quickly. But then I do want to ask you some more about just like the process of putting out an album and stuff like that, because this is
Yeah.
the stuff that people who watch the show are always asking about too. So,
Oh, okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So right now, knowing that comedy is so up in the air, which do you actually prefer of the options? Do you like doing an online show better, or do you like doing an outdoor show better?
It's hard because the outdoor shows right now are freezing. Okay,
Mhm.
like my boyfriend came on Saturday to the show, and he was not warm at all.
No.
He was very cold. Okay, rough. It was definitely like, I'm so sorry. How can I make this up to you? Like, ooh, thanks for coming, babe. So indoor shows or the online stuff is obviously much more convenient. I'm not even wearing pants right now, and but the feedback from people is like the number one reason I do comedy. So that's what makes it really hard is we do it for people to make them laugh, and so when we don't get that affirmation, it's like, ugh. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that for sure. Also, and I meant to mention this before, you have a Real Housewives podcast?
Yes.
Okay,
About the Real
and I think-
Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Yes. So like you get
Yeah.
to be not only an expert about the like area, but also a fan of the show, or at least a person who chit-chats about the show. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that so people can find it?
Yeah. So it's called SL, UT Housewives. And it's a play on obviously it's like a big inside joke in Salt Lake City, because no one ever says Salt Lake City. Like when you live in New York City, you never say I live in New York City. You say it New York. I'm in New York. And in Salt Lake, you say Salt Lake. So that was like, it's a t-shirt you can buy. Okay. So we were just thinking like, how can we stand out from every other Salt Lake City, like housewives themed thing? And we just like, you know what, let's be proud sluts. So we did SLUT Housewives, and I've been told if you don't put the comma, questionable things show up. So always put the comma when you try to find the podcast. So it's me and Jasmine Garza. We're both from the Salt Lake City area. I found out recently, my mom never told me this. I was born in West Valley, which is like, a little suburb. And so me and Jasmine were both born in the same suburb. Crazy. And we met in New York City, So we have a lot of fun just talking trash. It's trash television, and we roll in it.
Well, that's awesome.
Yes.
I think that's great. And that's also available it's like on Spotify, on Stitcher. Like, is it mostly?
Yeah, it's on everything. It's iTunes, Stitcher, Omni. I don't know. All the Spotify, everything. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody in the chat is super excited about it. So, and then Jason mentioning one of my favorites things about Salt Lake City.
Yes! That was my favorite movie as a kid. Like, I didn't get it because I was a kid, but I loved the blue hair, and then my big brother dyed his hair blue because of that movie. And I got really into like punk and all that like screamo music because it's iconic.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get back to Douchebag Deterrent and talk a little bit about the process of making an album. So when did you record this?
It was actually before the pandemic happened. I recorded a headlining set, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I was basically just going to like use it as a tape to, send to different clubs around the world so I could go on tour or something, and then all of my road gigs got canceled, and I was just sitting there with all of these tracks, just like, could I do something else with this? Like, I guess I could technically make an album happen. Like, all it really takes is editing, and I edit my podcast, I edit audio all the time. So all it takes is editing and publishing, going through, you go through a website that will distribute it. You just pay them and they distribute it to wherever. And so with the help of my career coach, I got a career coach, okay? Because I was what do I do with my life, during the pandemic. And she really encouraged me to just put it out there. And I finally did. It took me several months to do it, but I did it. And it's a lot of fun. It's very silly and goofy, and jokes that I've been working on for the last 10 years. It's like an accumulation of jokes from since I started comedy. So it's very Camille in her 20s.
Yeah, well, sure. But now you got a record, and like a record of that time in your life, and now it exists on Spotify for everybody to listen to. So
forever,
perfect.
yes.
Okay, so we gotta keep scooching on, but luckily for everybody who's watching the show right now, we are gonna bring Camille back at the end for a segment with her and our next guest. But Camille, thank you again so much. We're gonna put you back in the down below, is what I guess I'll call it, and then we'll see you a little bit later. Bye. Oh man, Camille Theobald, everybody. Listen to Douchebag Deterrent. It comes out tomorrow. See, it's quite the guest. That's how big that guest was. Okay, cool. So if you guys are fans of Guest, then you must also be fans of Segment. And Segment is also another one of my favorite parts of the show. And tonight's segment is very special to me. I made some promises that my cat may make an appearance. And she has retired from the stage. So she does not have jokes so much. So I had to make do with what I've got. So I do want to let you guys know that we're gonna do a segment here called Kitten Around. And the cat's saying it because it's all about cat talk. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's an app out right now. It's called Meow Talk, and it's a translator for your cat. So if you hold your phone up to your cat while it's talking to you, this app will translate it into human English and then let you know that your cat wants to be fed. I will be honest with you. I assume that most of the time the cat wants to be fed, and that's why they're speaking to you. But there's a lot of other things that this app might want to show you that your cat is trying to say. You can get it. It's free for Android and Apple users. We here in Chateau de Sarah and Kelly tried to get our cat Small to talk into the translator, and mixed results. But you guys get a chance to see it here. So.
Excuse me, miss? Miss? Ma'am? Any comment? Ma'am? Miss? Any comment? Small? Anything you'd like to say to your adoring fans? Right here in the microphone, ma'am. Yes? You're scratching? Doing a scratch? Yep. Don't mean to interrupt. Can't stay. Run away from me forever. Hello? Anything to say about the amount of cat hair on this chair? Miss? Ma'am? Ma'am? Please. The people must hear what you have to say. Is it about your toys? Anything? Nothing? Nothing?
So I was only not even mixed results. That went poorly. That she was not wanting to speak. But the app is free, and now I've got it on my phone. So if anything else changes, I'll let you guys know. I'm sure she's eventually going to get hungry. I'll just feed her. I'll feed her before she talks. That's how I do things. Okay. That was another award-winning segment, and I thank you guys so much. It's time for guest. It's time to bring up our second guest here tonight, and she is fan-friggin-tastic. She hails from Portland, Oregon, and okay, so here's number one. She is one of the members of SpecScript, which is a podcast / Twitch show that is every Saturday. You may be watching this from the SpecScript Twitch channel right now, and if that's the case, don't close this tab, and on Saturday, you'll get to see us again. If you're watching somewhere else, go to a SpecScript. It's like twitch.com/SpecScript or whatever, and then you can find it. There's more information about it everywhere. But more importantly, our second guest was featured in Willamette Weekly's Funniest Five. She is just she's not five people. She is just one person, but she's very funny and very fantastic. And I'm super excited for you guys to get to meet her, see her silliness, and enjoy her. Please welcome Lydia Manning.
Oh, there I am. I can't believe I have to follow that sad movie that we just watched. It's putting a lot of pressure on me. Unlike the first two guests, stacked cast, by the way. Stacked lineup. What an honor to be on here. Unlike the first two guests, I am wearing pants. I'm going to prove it to you. Just, it's my senior class, graduating class 2010 sweatpants. Class of 10. So that puts me close to Camille's age. That's fun. A lot of people our age, all the millennials, are jumping on TikTok right now. I did that at the beginning of lockdown, and I didn't really stick with it. I just got one comment that said I look like Nicolas Cage, and that was enough validation for me. I took that win and I just ran with it. A lot of the millennials on TikTok now, though, they're seeing things that Gen Z is saying, the teens, the cool kids, and usually they could just ignore that stuff. Something's been going around now that millennials are hating, or Gen Z is hating on millennial fashion, particularly side parts and skinny jeans, which has led to several of my acquaintances complaining about it. Oh, congratulations on not wearing pants in nearly a year. Give it up for Jon Snow. Wait, isn't it like really cold? Whatever. People, millennials, are complaining about Gen Z saying that their fashion is bad after years of millennials complaining that we're being unfairly infantilized. When we're talking to the boomers and the Gen Xers, we're like, how dare you treat us like children? We are fully grown, big boys and girls and stuff who are adults. And then teenagers are like, you look old. And we're like, no, I need to fix my hair. So I'm gonna part my hair in the middle and see if that makes me look younger. I can't even find the middle of my face. This is tripping me out. This is like, usually it's like a mirror effect, but this is like what I really look like, and I don't like it. Now I'm baby. Notice I don't feel like I look any younger. That's because it's not our hair that's making us look like we are 30. It's our faces. It's just that we are 30. I think one of the most annoying things about the millennials being upset and letting like Gen Z bully them into changing their hair and changing their pants is like, don't openly complain that children do not find you sexy. That's a weird thing to do. It's okay. I will clarify. It is okay if children happen to find you sexy and you love it. That's fine. If they're just like, oh, that's a sexy adult, and you're just like, okay, I like that. But it shouldn't be a thing you actively seek out. And if you are sad that children do not think you're hot, like you'll never get a date to the prom, Maybe that's just like a keep it to yourself problem, like that time I had MRSA on my butt. I didn't tell anybody until several years later. I don't anymore. I don't have MRSA on my butt anymore. It was really fun because I love zit popping. It's just a thing to do. I hang out with teenagers on occasion, not like in a weird way and not like in a professional or cool way either. I have old friends and they have children. I hang out with my aunt's friends a lot. And so we've got a family friend. They have a teenager. I think he's 16 or 17 now. And I have been edible high in front of him on accident. And that was a weird situation for me because, you know, like you take edibles and you're like, even if you've done it 100 times, you're like, this is a thing that's just gonna last for an hour, and then you're wrong. And you should have known that. You're stupid for not knowing that from experience. But you go and then you forget you have plans with your family friends, you hang out with them, and then you're just high in front of a teenager as an adult. And you really want to like let them in on it. You really, because I know he's looking at me like acting high and stupid and thinking I'm hilarious, but not being funny at all. And he's just like, wow, she's really, really not cool. But if only he knew that I was for 2069 over here. Then he would look at me and be like, oh, I get it. Drugs are not cool. So let me hang out with your children. I'm a good influence. Sarah Kennedy told me exactly what to say when I was done, and I'm going to try to match her inflection perfectly. I'm done.
No, you nailed it. That was exactly right.
Yay.
Great job, Lydia. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I do sound like that. I'm very excited all the time. And I appreciate the sick burn. No, we're friends. It's good. Okay.
It wasn't a sick burn at all.
It's fine. I love it.
It was.
It's funny. It's funny. Okay, Lydia.
Have some ice cream.
No, okay, that's fine. Okay, so here's the deal. I ask everybody, and I actually haven't gotten a very fair. I don't really know what's happening in Portland with comedy. Do you guys have outdoor shows?
Yeah, but you know, it's mostly the loser kids. Wait a minute, this side. The loser kids who do those shows.
What's the difference? Why?
Why? Okay, Sarah, do you ever just like think you're better than someone?
Well, I thought I was better than most people fashion-wise, but then all these like Gen Zers really just came out of nowhere and made me feel like crap. But
yeah, your jeans are too small.
Speaking of which, what are we supposed to do about this? So this is something that's a really important question that keeps coming up every time, because online you've kind of taken this as to be like a crusade where you're like, hey, stop caring what these kids think. And I agree that we should do that. Do we keep wearing these pants, or can we find other pants that aren't try hard pants but are just pants? Or do we do like John Field and not wear pants? Or what do we what's your prescription for moving forward?
I'm not going to stop wearing pants because my legs get cold.
Sure.
I genuinely love skinny jeans. But right now I don't have any moments where I need to wear jeans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I wear athletic pants and lazy versions of athletic pants. Sporty sweatpants and lazy sweatpants.
Sure.
As far as jeans, though, I think it's okay to own more than one kind of pants.
Okay.
So
okay.
you continue wearing your skinny jeans and get a pair of try-hard pants. Get one pair of try-hard pants. Cuff them at the ankles.
I used to work in Soho, and it was the street where my office was it had just enough street art on it that it was where every Instagram fashion influencer would also come and take pictures. And I'd be on break and I'd be like, what are the youth into? Like, just bathe in a little bit of your blood, please, and then just try to do that and be like, oh, they're cutting off the bottom of their pants. These are expensive. So yeah, it's best probably not just blaze my own path or try a little. Or
I noticed a long time ago that I can no longer tell which of the teenagers are the cool teenagers. Like, not even a little bit. And yeah, sporty.
Camille's in the down below and she's making comments. So
like track pants and soccer pants and joggers. Those are the sporty sweatpants. And then the lazy sweatpants are like what I'm wearing right now, which
those are great. So then I do have a question. Like, are joggers then the skinny jeans of sweatpants? Are those
joggers are the skinny jeans of sweatpants?
So what do I wear to the grocery store?
They're practical. They don't have to be sized perfectly, and they still won't drag on the ground because they're cuffed.
That's true. That's a good point.
These pants, my mom hemmed for me.
Oh.
I don't know how many of you own hemmed sweatpants, but I do.
That's nice. That's like tailored clothing. That's fancy.
Yeah. It's very fancy.
I'm going to bring Camille into this conversation because we're going to move into segment for the second segment, and I need both of you guys for that too. But Camille's got some fashion opinions too, and I know. So here we go. Hey, Camille. Welcome back.
Oh man, all of that made me laugh a lot.
Okay. So you mentioned sporty sweatpants. Sweatpants. What I mean, and maybe our brain trust right now is maybe not going to be what we need, but like, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah, I never heard of them described that way, and I thought it was hilarious. Lazy sweatpants and sporty sweatpants. I'm new to sweatpants, I'll be honest. I was never a big sweatpants kind of gal. I was very into leggings. That was my thing always. And then we were inside for a year and I decided to invest. And I thought I was just buying regular sweatpants, but apparently I've only been buying sporty sweatpants and not lazy ones. And my mom never hemmed mine. So I'm very jealous.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm jealous of your sweatpants
and my mom.
Game. And your mom too. Yeah. And also not knowing which teenagers are the cool ones.
Can you tell which teenagers are the cool ones?
The last time I saw a teenager, I couldn't even tell you.
I work at a college, so I see the older ones. I assume they're cool.
Oh, the older ones are the cooler ones. It's just a hierarchy of age, which means we should be even cooler.
I was going to say that makes us the coolest teenagers. So I think we're fine. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I've got, obviously we've got some more stuff here. And I need all three of you for this because it is segment. And tonight's final segment is a game that you guys are going to compete in. And for everybody who's watching out there right now, you know that I have a small hyperfixation with the website Cameo, where you can pay a little bit of money just to have a little bit of the attention and time of a famous person. I'm obsessed with this concept, like the idea that Bethany Frankel sits at home and she's like, oh, for the next 3 hours, I gotta mention skinny margaritas to James's birthday party, or like what. I just think that this is the most wild thing that's ever come into existence. And if you watch the show regularly, you know that even on the very first episode of the show, I had Veronica Garza on as a guest, and we got each other as gifts, cameos to give to each other on the show. And hers was Jonathan Lipnicki because she'd actually gotten in a huge fight with Jonathan Lipnicki on Twitter, and he didn't know that when he made this really, really nice cameo for her. It's all you can find it on YouTube. You got to go back and rewatch it. She got me
Amazing.
Tia Carrera, and she told Tia Carrera that I had to postpone my wedding, which is true. But then she also told her that I had to postpone my C-section, and I'm not pregnant. And that's not something you could do.
When you do,
Wait, she was
keep it in there.
she
for-
agreed to say that? She agreed?
Oh yeah. She was so nice, and she like didn't even cross her mind that was maybe a weird thing to say. But she's like, "Oh my gosh, you must be so." That's all. That was all done on a past show. You can go back and watch
It's
that
been
anytime
in
you
there
want
for
to.
like a year.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's just a child that I'm keeping in me.
I'm just
But
not ready
tonight-
to hem sweatpants.
Tonight's focus is on the idea that you can name your price when you're a celebrity on Cameo. So tonight's second segment is called Cameo. How much do they cost? Because what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show a celebrity, and we're gonna see if Lydia or Camille can guess as close as they can to the actual price that this celebrity has decided is the actual price that they cost on Cameo. Without no, I don't mind if you go over. How about that? We'll keep it easy. All right. So you could
Okay.
either go over or under, but it's whoever gets the closest.
Mhm.
All right. Do either of you have questions about this?
No.
Oh no.
Okay, great. All right. How well do you think you're going to do on this, Lydia?
Oh, objectively terrible. I'm bad at estimating, and I'm bad at money.
Okay. And Camille, how do you think you're going to do at this?
I've never been on Cameo. I have no idea what anything costs, so I'm not sure. I really
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Okay, but
Uh,
I'm gonna do horrible, but I'm still confident. I'm going.
Great. Yeah, good. That's exactly how, whenever I introduce a game on this show, I always want the guests to feel exactly that way. They're like a little confused, definitely don't know exactly what it is that you're into here, Sarah, but I'm confident. So, okay, here we go. Here's the first one. Talk show host Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer, of course, the famous host of The Jerry Springer Show in the 90s, up through the 2000s when it got extra sad. And then Steve, his bodyguard, got his own show. I did not find Steve on Cameo, but I did find Jerry Springer. So, Lydia, how much do you think talk show host Jerry Springer costs on Cameo? If you got it's like a 3-minute video personalized from him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, as far as cameos go, this is gonna be a kind of expensive one, but I don't really know what that means. So, how much would you pay for a Christmas tree in a Darman video? $300. That's how much.
All right, you think 300? All right, Camille, what do you think?
Well, when you said 3 minutes, I was like, maybe it's not how much I think it would be. Because I feel like 3 minutes is not very long. It takes, and you basically, don't you give them a script, basically?
Yeah, you just tell them like who it's for, what the
Yeah.
thing is, and anything that they should be like, definitely mention like Jerry. And
We
then they,
just
Yes,
did
of
4
course.
minutes, and according to how much Jerry gets paid, we're going to determine what Sarah owes us for this.
that's right.
I love
I'm
Jerry
worth
Springer.
half a Jerry Springer.
I'm gonna say 100.
Ooh, 100. Okay, so Jerry Springer costs $135. So Camille takes that one.
Wow.
That's fantastic. I'm actually keeping
That's
score. I
so
don't know why, but
Why 135?
it's you'll see that it's just a little bit wild, however people are feeling at the time. Okay, so Troy Aikman. I don't know if you guys know who Troy Aikman is. He is the former quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. NFL Hall of Famer here, my mom's most favorite, which is why I picked him in particular. So how much do you think it costs to get my mom a cameo from Troy Aikman personally?
Mm.
And Camille, I'll let you go first on this one.
Is he currently a sports host? Does he host a show
he
anywhere?
commentates, I think, on
Okay.
like even Fox. Like he'll be on like
That
big ones.
changes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Good question. Good question.
Oh, okay. So I think he's gonna be 175.
175. Okay. And then Lydia, what you think for Troy, my mom's boy.
Okay. Does your mom think he's sexy?
I don't know about current present day Troy Aikman, but in his heyday, she thought he was very cute. I named a Cabbage Patch doll of mine Troy because he was such a big presence in my house growing up.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Also, but there's not mom-specific pricing. It's his overall price. So that question will not help you. It's very
well, for your mom, I'll do it for. I want to say $111.
$111. All right, Troy Aikman on Cameo goes for $750.
Oh my god!
Oh
Oh my god! No way! Oh,
So
my
that
God.
one goes to Camille again. But man, oh man, that's and then
That's
actually
like 7 Jerry Springers.
Wow.
and one of his
Okay.
teammates, Emmett Smith, who is also a winner of Dancing with the Stars, same price.
Oh wow.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Next
Okay,
up, we got
Oh,
comedian
Jay.
Jay Jordan, who is a near dear, amazing performer. So great, so nice, so perfect, a blessed angel. You can find him on Cameo if you want to get that as a birthday present for my mom
It's
also.
amazing. I love that.
So we're going to have
Okay.
Lydia go first this time, though, because we're going to switch off back and forth. All right, Lydia, do you know Jay Jordan?
Nope.
Oh, he's so funny. And he's been on like all the talk shows. He's very funny.
Oh, okay. I'll up my price a little bit. $13.
How much?
13.
Camille was laughing. Give me that number again.
$13.
$13. Okay. And then Camille, how much are we spending on Jay Jordan here today?
He's definitely worth $750.
$750.
But
But
How much you want to get?
I want to be
Competitive.
competitive here. I want to win. So I'm gonna say $80.
$80 for Jay Jordan.
Yeah.
Jay Jordan currently goes on Cameo for $15. That one goes to Lydia. That's a steal. You could get a great video from Jay for $15. That'd be
Wow.
fantastic.
I probably
yeah.
should.
I'll buy one.
Alrighty. Okay, you guys, it's
I
neck
can
and neck.
go up $2.
Yeah, sure. So, Camille, you're in the lead with 2 points. Lydia, you got 1 point, but it's anybody's game. Here we go. Next one. Gina Torres. Gina Torres was on Firefly and a lot of other TV shows. She's married to Lawrence Fishburne. She was on Cleopatra 2525. I could name her whole thing. But this little flag means that she's particularly running a special for Black History Month. So
Fun.
yeah.
So that means
Okay.
the prices are lower.
It did before Valentine's Day, but it may have adjusted since then.
Hmm. Okay. She's married to Lawrence Fishburne and she's been in everything.
Mhm.
Okay. she was in Suits?
Mhm.
Okay.
That puts her
I'm gonna
next to
say-
Meghan Markle in
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to say $800.
$800 for Gina Torres. Okay. What do you think, Lydia?
She's gonna be up there. I don't know if I want to like drop $2K on this Cameo. Maybe
I will
some
say
Firefly
the highest I've
movie.
ever seen was Dick Van Dyke, and he was $999. So I don't think they go into quadruple digits.
Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna $666.
Ooh,
Oh.
evil dollars. You got it. All right. Gina Torres goes for $100.
She's
So
worth
actually,
$800.
She is. That's a Lydia win on that one. Okay. See, do you see how wild this pricing is? They just
Yeah.
name their own price. There are rappers I've never heard of, and not just because I haven't seen a teen in a year, that are $1,000 right around there too. So
What?
okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Next person. Richard Dreyfuss.
Aww.
Star of Jaws, star of Mr. Holland's Opus, real, actual American actor, Richard Dreyfuss.
Hmm.
And this is our final one. So this is you guys are tied.
Okay.
This will be the tiebreaker.
Okay, so I'm first.
I think Camille's for no. I don't remember.
I think
who
she went
first
first
last
last.
time?
She went first last
Oh.
time.
Okay, then it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Da-da, 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 da-da.
How big
This-
of a boat?
This is hard. Yeah. Bigger than, it's more than $15.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
gonna say. So maybe $215.
Oh.
215. Okay.
Mm.
Camille, before you guess, anybody out in the chat want to do a guess right now?
Oh.
There were a couple guesses. Like people thought Troy Aikman was $500. You know, like
Oh.
we've had a couple go up and down. So anybody got a guess for a Dreyfus cameo? These people have access to Cameo. They can look it up. Oh, Chris is asking. Chris,
phone goes.
she's $100. $100. But how much for Richard Dreyfuss? Anybody got a guess? Before Camille guesses? Oh, John Field thinks $300 for Richard Dreyfuss. That seems pretty all right.
Mhm. Okay.
All right, Camille.
I'm gonna say 165.
165. Okay, here we go. Oh, Chris says 230 for Richard Dreyfuss. And the answer is $999 for Richard
Wow. What? You didn't wait. Did you tell us that already?
Well, I said that a lot of them top out around there. So
You didn't say it was him, right?
no, I said Dick Van Dyke.
Okay.
So a different Richard.
I forgot already, and then I was like, if Sarah Kennedy already gave us the answer, and then
So yeah, that's how you play. I forgot. Oh, we got a new spoiler one. Okay, great. I'm sorry. That was great. That was fantastic. We said 900. So Lydia, you win that one. You won the last one. Oh, we had a surprise. Wow, I can't believe I almost did away without us getting to do Puxatawny Phil, a recent extra. Like, he's timely even in that we just had Groundhog's Day recently. He's a movie star,
Mhm.
What do we think? You can get lots of Fiona the Hippo is also on Cameo, and she's a steal.
I'm gonna say. Oh, it's me first, right?
Yeah, it's you.
I'm gonna say $67.
$67. Got it. All right, Lydia.
I'm gonna say 50.
$50.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right, you guys. This is a very famous groundhog. And thanks, Chris. I really appreciate the compliment on that. I'm happy to play this every time. I'm obsessed with Cameo. I'm on it all the time. Okay, so Puxatawny Phil, if you want a personalized message from him, his handler will be the one being like, "It's the famous Puxatawny Phil. Happy birthday, Lydia." But he's there.
Mhm.
Okay. It would cost you $199.
Wow. Wow.
That's more
that
than Jerry
one-
Springer.
That's more than
That
Jerry
one's Camille.
Springer.
And I'll tell you guys, that means you guys tied. Congratulations. That's my favorite kind of game. Everybody worked really hard and everybody wins. My favorite kind of game.
Yes.
That's how you do it.
Excellent. Sarah, what is the most that you personally have spent on a Cameo?
Well, that's a very great question. So I got to host my corporate holiday party for Loop where I work, and as part of it, because it was all online, we bought a bunch of cameos and just had them pop up whenever people won games or whatever. And the most expensive one I think we bought was Danny Trejo, the Machete, the action star, and that was an awesome. He was so nice, and he did such a nice one. And then we also bought Jose Canseco, Mark McGrath, Doug the Pug, and Elvis impersonator. And the Elvis impersonator is only $60, and it's so worth your money. It's fantastic. He sings a full song at his Vegas showroom.
Wow.
It's absolutely the best deal on Cameo.
Wow. That's pretty
So,
good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Everybody wins. All right. So I've got to close out the show, but I just wanted to thank you both so much for being part of the show. You have made it so funny and so fun, and you are both funny and fun, and I love you both very much. So thank you.
Love you. Thank
Thank
you.
you for letting us be your friends.
Yeah. All right, you guys. That's Liddy Manning. One of Willamette's weekly's funniest five. Oh boy, I gotta get better about that credit. I'm sorry. Just watch her on Spec Script on Saturday, and I'll do another shot at it. I promise. And I'll nail it next time. And then also Camille, you can get her album "Douchebag Deterrent" tomorrow. Everywhere where you listen to comedy and music, most likely. But let me tell you guys a little bit about how come I get to do this show even a little bit. And it's because this is a partnership that I do with the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They are leading the way in Albuquerque for digital entertainment right now. So I'm just one of many shows that they've got showing throughout the week. They've got an amazing improv troupe called the One Night Stanleys that perform every Friday night. They're going to be on tomorrow. And so many other things throughout the week. And you can find out all the information about those shows by going to theboxabq.com. That's where you'll find, and then honestly, there's also improv classes too. So if you you've always wanted to try improv, but you didn't know about like going out in real human life and doing it, there are drop-in online classes and more. You just got to go to theboxabq.com. And you may be watching this from one of the Box's many internet channels. And for that, I thank you. Anybody who can support the Box is a good person in my heart. And they are also great, amazing people in my heart. Okay. So that's it. That's it for the show. I really appreciate you guys watching, and we'll do this, we do the every second and fourth Thursday. And so I will see you guys the second Thursday in March. But until then, have a good night. Bye.